podcast is powered by Hype Girl. Hype Girl was born out of our passion and love for inspiring amazing women just like you. There is no superpower quite like being a woman, so we have made it our mission to create spaces, events, and tables where there is always room for one more, and all are always welcome. Come find out more about it at hypegirl.us.
I'm not ashamed of my book. There's nothing wrong with a woman enjoying a little erotica. It's just a healthy expression of female sexuality, which, by the way, is something that you will never understand.
You got porn. Welcome to the Do It Ugly podcast. Here are your hosts, Stacy Lyon and Jenny King.
You're going to make me talk about all the things on the mic, aren't you?
100%.
That's a very dangerous proposition, by the way.
I was with some of my favorite people yesterday at
Ooh.
Shout out to my girls there. Love you so much.
Shout
Allison
out.
and Susie. Anyway,
Whoop, whoop.
they were talking about getting together for book club. And I was like, oh, you guys have a book club? What are you reading? And then they got a little embarrassed. I was like, oh, it's spicy, isn't it? And they're like, yes. I'm like, I want to join.
Ooh, spicy
So
book
not
club.
to call them out on our podcast for reading spicy stuff. Maybe we delete that part. But there's a lot of people out there that want the spicy book club content. So I think you're onto something.
Well, but you know what's so funny? I put that on Facebook one time. Like I got bold enough to be like, hey, any ladies who are interested in the spicy content in the spicy book world, let's connect. And
Crickets?
crickets.
Because they didn't want to put their name out there and admit it.
I wasn't expecting them to comment on the post. I was thinking I would get DMs, like people like,
Oh,
ooh,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
into it. No, crickets in the DMs. Absolutely nothing.
You know what? Clearly you are connected to a high class breed of people online and you need to have more gutter friends like me.
I was so disappointed because I was just like, I know that there has got to be my girls on this app that also like the deep, dark, spicy, we need therapy kind of books.
Yeah.
And they didn't come. But funny enough, now, you know, I'm a member of a book club, which I'm so sorry, ladies.
I did not know that.
Yeah, you did. It's the
Maybe. I'm a member of like 3, but
it's
have
the
I been
baddies,
in months? No.
It's the Baddies Book Club, and they're the most amazing girls and ladies here. And I am terrible because I'm always so busy. I haven't had time to.
Say, have you read any of these books?
No, because I read on my Kindle, and that's how I read them so fast. I have Kindle app on my phone, so I just zip right through it. So if I get down and I try to do a physical book, it slows me down. Kindle's just a faster way for me to read, so I can beat through like a ton of books.
Okay, savant over there.
No, but it's just the way that you can quickly roll through it. And also it's like late at night in the bed if I want to pick up 3 or 4 pages or while I'm in the loo.
Can we just for a minute stop? And you said turning a page in a book slows you down.
It does.
That's how fast you read, that you can't turn a page.
Yeah, I'm a really fast reader. My dad started that when I was a kid because there was some study that came out. I don't know if it was Harvard or what university it was, but there was a study that talked about because of the amount of information our brains can retain, that if you learn to speed read, that you actually retain information better. So my dad had me learn to speed read. So yeah, I'm an insanely fast reader. Not you? You know?
That's very impressive. I mean, I don't think I'm slow. I think I'm average. I'm right in the middle, but I'm not a fast reader. I mean, I can keep up with turning pages when I'm reading my novels.
No, I get so agitated when I have to read an actual physical book now, which is a bummer because I love them. I like to sniff them. I'm a big weirdo. That's one of the
I love
smells
that about you.
I know, thank you. But I love to sniff a book, like the spine and the way it smells. But yeah, when I have to sit there and like turn the pages and do the whole thing, it is really slow.
I need to get you one of those little thimble, like rubber fingers. You can just turn the
No,
page
I'm
really
done
fast.
for now because I'm used to using my Kindle and I just get to like brrr through the pages.
That's impressive.
Yes. According to, hold on, let's see if it is really that impressive. It might not be as impressive as
I'm always
books?
impressed by you.
How many books? Same. I'm always impressed by you.
Girl.
The amount of secret hidden talents that you have that people don't know about. And I don't mean that in like a weird, I mean, maybe I do. I don't know. But
outside the spicy book realm, I do. I'm a woman of
There's
many
that.
talents, for sure.
let's see. How many, does it tell me how many books I've read? Let's see. Bum, 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 bum. It doesn't, but I said I've been reading for 4 weeks in a row daily.
What? You go. Is
I
that in tubby time? Is that when you read?
Well, it's all mixed up. You know, I mean, like when do any of us have time to read? It's like 3 pages in the potty, 4 or 5 when I'm waiting in car line, in between calls, tubby time, whatever.
I have not been in my reading era lately, and I miss it, and I need to get back into it. And typically summer is when I ramp it up because there's nothing to watch on TV.
It's all about seasons and ebbs and flows. Okay, but look, so you are not necessarily a spicy reader.
No, I'm not generally a spicy reader. I like a good, wholesome, like Danielle Steele romance. That's spicy for me.
Just to clearly let you know what a degenerate I am, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being Daisy sweetness spice and 10 being you need therapy, it's a cry for help, I'm probably a 35.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's the deep dark shit.
Okay, where would I fall on that range?
Oh my God, you'd be like a -4. You'd be so sweet. Danielle still doesn't even fall. I mean, she's a lovely author and my mother read her forever, like forever, but she doesn't even fall on the spice radar. Not even close. Like if all you get is a firm hold, a deep stare in the eye, and a great kiss, that ain't spice, baby.
Okay. I'm a little scared right now.
Yeah, don't read what I read. I won't make book recommendations. Although I will say, when you get into the spicy arena, there are definitely, I tease. I mean, I like the spicy, but I don't like the super weird, like, what's the word? I don't like the weird spice. Like I don't know how to give you the categories, but there's stuff like monsters and fairies. I'm not into all that. Like that's a little strange for me. I'm not into it, but
you
to
like
each
your
their own.
Spicy rooted in reality.
Do you know what they call them?
What?
They call them tropes. Are you familiar with this term?
No, I don't know what that means.
Okay, so in the spicy genre,
Okay.
there are different tropes, meaning it's different story types. So there's enemies to lovers, there's age gap, there are what's the other one? There's second chance, there are like single dad type things. So there's all these different tropes. I am an absolute fan of enemies to lovers. That is my favorite.
Okay.
So what in your lovely, okay, so if you're not reading spice, because Danielle Steele does not count, but in whatever else you read, what's your favorite type of book? Like what gets you jazzed up to read when you are in your reading era?
I have 2 extremes. Like 1, I'm reading leadership, self-improvement books, or 2, I'm reading light summer beach reads.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like
Not
an
too much in the
Erin,
middle.
who's the girl? Erin, who does all the sweet little summer beach reads. They're always about like southern beaches.
Yeah.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yes. I want to say like Hildebrand.
Oh,
or
that's
something.
is that it? Yeah, Erin Hildebrand. I think you're right.
Or like a Mary Kay Andrews or
I like a Mary Kay Andrews. She's lovely. Okay.
I like a Southern author for sure.
How did I know that yours would be like the Martha Stewart collection of reading? Although Martha's been to prison, so she's a gangster. She might be in like the spicy. Maybe I'm not giving Martha enough credit. She hangs with Snoop.
Basically like the Hallmark Christmas movie version of a book.
Okay.
Like if I had to pinpoint my genre,
That's a
if you
fair
will,
description.
that's what I like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. I
A
like
little
that.
will they, won't they overcome an obstacle? They do happily ever after. I always like a happily ever after in my book. I don't like the books that end and they either just like, this makes me the most mad when they don't give you the ending and it's like up to you to decide. No, bitch. I just went through 1,000 pages. Tell me how it ends. Like, I don't want to decide for myself.
What do you mean you get to decide?
Like, you know how sometimes even they do this in movies where they don't wrap up the story and tell you what happens. They just leave it like on a cliffhanger.
Oh
to
yeah,
you
I
to
can't stand
decide.
that. That's terrible.
I don't
Should
like
never
those.
do that. That's a very French and European thing to do too, where they make it
Not a fan.
Yeah, I'm not a fan either.
No.
Matter of fact, do you remember when we were talking about Roman empires, and I was talking about how in that moment my Roman empire was that movie, The Idea of You,
Yes.
which was based on this book by a French author.
Yes.
So in The Idea of You, the happy ever after is insinuated at the end. In the book, it's nothing like that. So I could never read the book because it would completely. So I'm the same. I feel
Yeah.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Are you a mystery reader?
No.
No.
I don't like horror or thriller, light mystery like Angela Lansbury. Give me a good like Murder, She Wrote mystery.
I can dig that. I can dig that.
What a topic for us to jump into today on our show. So the girls are back.
Well, you know, we like the hype girls keep it spicy. We got to stop doing that though. In every single episode, we say we're back. Like, do we have a problem with staying? Do we have commitment issues? What's happening?
1,000% I have commitment issues my whole life. What are you talking about?
Well,
yes, yes, and yes.
But I think
Have you seen my collection of engagement rings? Yes.
No, actually. What kind of bestie am I that I have not seen this collection?
We'll talk about that another day.
Ooh, okay.
Anyway.
Fun. Okay.
Yeah, definite commitment issues. But we're back because we have consistency issues. We have commitment issues.
We have lives.
We have, no, here's the thing. You and I, like, this is a perfect example. Last night, we were on the phone with one another and we started going down, like having this great conversation. And then one of us had to put the brakes on. We're like, wait, save it for tomorrow. We're recording tomorrow. And then the same thing happened this morning. We were on the phone again and we started talking about this. And then I was like, wait, no, stop. We can't talk about this anymore. Save this. We're getting together at noon. We have all of our great conversations off air. And then we're like, okay, we're going to record. What are we going to talk about? I don't know, because we just talked for like 3 hours on the phone and we got nothing left in the tank.
Well, also because you always say we need to record our phone conversations. Absolutely not. No chance in hell. Because then you know I'm going to say something and people are going to be like, don't even go within a 10-mile radius of that one. She's a live wire. Like, I don't want to be on the hot mic saying, and not that it would ever be offensive, but you know, I'm a big weirdo and I say weird things and I say the weird part out loud.
That's
a lot.
why we have producer Mike, because he makes us sound so smart.
Do we sound smart? I don't know if we sound smart.
Do. He cuts out all of a lot of the cursing.
Thank you, Mike, because I'm trying to quit.
The coughs, the ums,
Okay.
I feel like he makes it sound way more polished than if we just put it out raw, which is why raw.
Welcome to the spicy.
Which is why we can't record our show live, like on video. It'll make it too hard to edit and make us sound smart.
Well, going on video would be kind of wild too, because just, you know, being an awkward human, I don't know how, like, what I would do with my body. Like,
I was just going to say what I do with my arms.
Do I pose? Do I hold them up in the air? Do I put them on my hips? Like, I wouldn't know what to do with them.
1,000%. Head,
I would end
shoulders,
up
knees,
being
and
some
toes.
weird, like, cartoon character in the video. So what's on the agenda for today? What are we talking about?
Here's the thing. We're fly by the seat of our pants kind of girls. And we're also find a way, make a way kind of girls. We don't have to have a pre-planned list of topics that we've carefully curated and researched. We sit down on the hot mic and we're just like, go, fire.
So let's talk about
do
that
it.
for a second, because you are one of those people, because you're so beautifully organized and you do all the planning
Oh my
things.
God, stop it. You were in the messy office.
Her mess is not what normal people would consider a mess.
Oh,
Everything is neatly stacked and beautifully put aside and coordinated and color coordinated. So please, anyway, on to the next point. So this is not a mess, my love. I love you so much, but there's nothing messy about this space. Come to my house where it looks like a bomb went off and a chronic tornado came and we forgot to get in the shelter. Then you'll see what a mess looks like.
can I? Because I would love to organize and come clean. That would make me so happy.
My house is not dirty. There's just stuff.
Oh, no, I don't want to clean that way. I mean, like, put things away and organize and put them in
Please,
piles.
for the love
and-
of God, please show up. But so what I was going to say was, you are one of those people who has this incredible skill to be organized and have all the things together. And clearly everything's organized in your life. So I would have thought you were a type A person, like a super type A person. But your ability to be super flexible and go with the flow. So you're almost like an ambidextrous human between
am.
personality types.
I am equally left and right brained and left and right handed. Like, I feel like I am square in the middle.
I am sometimes. Like, yours is consistent. I think you're consistently right there in the middle. Me, it depends on what mood I'm in and whether I've had food today.
A lot of it does depend on mood,
Okay.
situation,
All right.
what I got going on. I think I am good at being who I need to be when I need to be that person. Meaning, like, left to my own devices, I would probably be in my bed all the time and run my business from like under the covers.
Well, that would be really awkward if we were in your bed all the time doing the podcast. That'd be really weird.
But no, I love the comfort of my bed. I love my pillow, my like cooling comforter. The fan on high. I don't know. It's just like it's my cocoon. It's my favorite happy place.
That's so exciting that we were talking about organizing and now we're in bed with you. Back to
Oh,
the
jeez.
spicy. Who lives in the gutter? We live in the gutter. Welcome, ladies. But well, just to give you an example, this This is why we can't be live. This is why we can't be live.
I'm gonna let you keep the we on that sentence just because I don't want you to hang out to dry by yourself because that wouldn't be a good bestie.
Let's be so for real.
But
You are absolutely in
seriously,
the gutter. Please.
in a different way.
No.
Different way.
No. Miss Country Club over here tries to pretend she doesn't let everyone know that she's in the gutter. But in fact, the gutter is indeed present. While some of us just let it hang on out. Right? Is that what you're saying? Is that the difference?
Perhaps.
Okay. Well, we won't give away your secrets, at least not anywhere other than the podcast. And we don't have that many listeners. So thank you for those of you who hang
Thank you
on.
for the 15 of you.
Yes, we
who
love you
listen to us.
so much. We got to share on Facebook today, which is so exciting.
Thanks, Faith.
It
We
is
love you, number
Faith.
one
She's
fan.
so adorable. We need to have her on.
Absolutely.
We need to have her on. That would be fun.
Between Faith and Lynn, who's also a number one fan, who
Yay.
is the one that calls
Go,
me every
Lynn.
week and is like, when are you dropping a new episode? I need something on the way to work. Thanks, ladies. This is for the two of you.
No doubt. So here's how we differ. Okay.
Many ways.
While
but
you are
okay.
so beautiful and always manage to have all the plates spinning and none of them fall and
Stop.
break.
That is absolutely not
I
true.
do things like I'm in a jam up yesterday because business was businessing and the day job was going really well, which is amazing. But Sophie had to be at horse riding. I, on my calendar, have 6 p.m. as her horse riding lesson time. My
And
brain,
when was it really?
No, that's when it is.
Oh, okay.
My brain said 5. So
Why?
I sent Jay into a tailspin, my husband, yesterday, going to pick her up from school and making sure that she could make it. So he rushed to get her to this lesson, and her lesson wasn't until 6.
Why did you do that?
My brain just started thinking that it was at 5, and then
But
all of
why
a sudden,
didn't you just open the calendar? Because we're starting to
Because
work
I was literally
from our
doing
calendar.
Oh, I live and die by my calendar. I just was in the middle of 14 things and just wasn't thinking.
Don't you share
And-
your calendar with your husband?
No.
And have a family calendar so he
No.
can see all the things?
We need to. We don't. No, we do.
I
not do
try
that.
to lead a horse to water, but I can't make her drink, you guys. I try to organize her.
And she's a thirsty horse.
I keep trying to organize her. She just won't
Hey,
do
we're
it.
getting better. We're getting better. That was a complete, and I don't make mistakes like that a lot, but I do make them occasionally. So
You know what? We
That
all
was all
have
good.
those.
that was good.
We all have those.
He enjoyed
Seriously.
it. He was.
I'm sure he
so
did because then
happy.
he got to spend an extra hour out at the farm and it was a gorgeous day yesterday. No?
Yeah, we're gonna go with it that way. He was not thrilled that I had him out there a full hour early because it kind of messed everything up. The trainer had a schedule, so things didn't go as
Wait a minute. I talked
Exactly
to you
as
at like
planned.
6:30 and Sophie was in the kitchen with you.
yeah, because she only had a 30-minute lesson yesterday.
But it's an hour away.
Mm-hmm.
So
Sometimes it's like
6:30, that means she wouldn't be home till 7:30.
yeah, because they got there at like a little before 5, and
So
she
they
was done
took
by
her early?
5:30.
Oh, they
Yeah,
took
yeah,
her early.
They took her early. Yeah.
Okay, well that's good. So then what is he mad about? They took her early.
Oh, he wasn't mad. It just kind of messed everybody's schedule up because that wasn't when she was supposed to be there. But anyway, that's enough. Nobody wants to hear about that.
We need to talk about flexibility.
Flexibility.
Got it.
I mean, my knees are sort of flexible. They don't do what they. Oh, that's not what you meant. Okay, just kidding.
I can't with you today.
There's nowhere to go from there.
What's on your list for us to talk today? We were going
Oh.
to talk about exhaustion, but I feel like we've done an episode about exhaustion where I was too tired to think straight and you asked me questions and I couldn't even remember my own name.
Well, also, we're a little bit up now. So if we talk about exhaustion, that's going to get kind of meh, and I don't want to go down. Let's stay on the upper. We're on the uppers right now.
Okay, we talked about your penchant for the spicy.
I'm going to bring you over to the dark side. You just wait. You just wait.
What have you got going on this weekend?
So my sweet pea just celebrated her 13th birthday, official teenager in the house.
Woo, woo.
Woo, woo. And so this is a continuation of birthday festivities because family's coming into town and we have a whole host of things planned, of which includes breakfast at Waffle House, keeping it classy, buttered, covered, and smothered. If you don't know it, you ain't from the South. And if you're not from the South, that's okay. Come down. We'll help
Tell
you.
us what that means.
So it's their menu. They have different things that they will do, but it just means that it's smothered in butter. It's buttered, obviously butter. It's covered in cheese and smothered as onions, like sauteed
Not gravy.
onions.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
Interesting.
delightful. It's what they do to their hash browns.
Can't tell you I've been to a Waffle House since we moved here 8 years ago.
Oh, there ain't no party like a Waffle House party. They get down at the Waffle House.
Maybe we need to add that onto our little bucket
Oh,
list.
late night? Absolutely. If you want to just have a good family time, go late night to the Waffle House. It's
It's been a long time since I've needed a little late night snack after, going out.
Well, I don't go out either, but if you just Every so often, especially when my husband's family's in town, they'll get a late night urge to go to the waffle.
I was out last Saturday night after dark. I know,
Ooh.
very big deal.
Past your bedtime. Maybe.
Way past my bedtime. I had one alcoholic beverage, a margarita. It was delightful. And I didn't get home till like 11 o'clock at night. Who am I?
I don't know who you are, but I'm very proud of you. Look at you having a
Thank you.
social life. It's very impressive.
It's very rare.
Um,
Very rare indeed.
it's very exciting though.
I was very excited. And you know, the most exciting part is we went and tried a new Mexican restaurant in town that I've
Ooh.
been wanting to try,
Okay.
Cantina Imperfecto. Love it.
Was it good?
The food was good, but the decor is spot on. Loved it. Obsessed. You know, like Zayton is so beautiful on the inside.
Yeah,
They did a really great job.
they did. It's beautiful in there. We've been there. We've had a team dinner there. It's
I
really
love
nice.
the way that they made you feel like you're eating al fresco, although you're indoors. So you feel like you're outside, but you don't have to deal with
Yeah.
the bugs in your food. Which
No,
is
they
the
did
whole
a great
thing
job.
for me.
It is nice.
The lighting, they just did a great job.
Cool. I love that you got to try something new and be a little sassy and saucy and go out.
Well,
the evening.
let's be serious. I was not planning to stay out so late, but once I got out, I was having fun. And then
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I can hang.
I think I'll start being able to go out once Sophie's older.
Yeah.
Right now, she's still in that, like, even though she's 13, she's still in that, like, needs mom to drive her everywhere phase.
Oh, sure.
Needs, like, when she's 16, 17, 18, I'll probably be a little more okay going out.
Absolutely.
I'm not quite there yet.
I mean, it's very rare that I do that. You know that.
But your baby's, like,
my baby.
growing up.
So your baby and my baby are 7 days apart
That's
for
right.
their birthdays.
Birthday's coming soon. Yeah.
So you all, if you've been to Women's Day, know our girls. And so we're smack dab in the middle between Sophie and Amelia. So we have big birthday celebration coming up this week, and my baby turns 17.
I can't.
I can't even believe my baby is almost an adult. Seriously, already starting to have dread thinking about her leaving me, going to college. Clearly, I want what's best for her in life, but also I think I want to go to college with her. Like I'm seriously having withdrawal issues,
Sorry, Mom.
and she
You
hasn't even
can't
left.
live in the dorm. You can't live in the dorm. And she's going to go have a fabulous time.
I know she is.
So to finish up, by the way, I don't want to cut you off, but we were
Oh,
talking
no.
about Memorial Day plans. So I
Oh,
want to
yeah.
get to yours too.
Squirrel me back.
So we're
Let's
going
go.
to the Waffle for breakfast.
Okay.
We're taking her to water park, Shark Wake Water Park in North Myrtle
Yes.
Beach. It's an inflatable thing. And then we're finishing up at the Top Golf for the afternoon activity. And then we're going to do dinner where everyone's family at Olive Garden.
I don't know how you have enough energy to do 4 things in one day. Like that's super impressive to me because after Waffle House and the Shark Wake Park, I would seriously want to go home and take a nap.
Well, I'm not doing the wake.
Like that's a lot.
I'm not doing it. I'm going to be watching.
Okay.
That's a lot of climbing. I don't know that my lung span right now, with how out of shape I am, would be able to withstand the
Is
Shark
she
Wake
going to
Park.
do the wakeboarding though part
No.
as well?
No, just the
Okay.
inflatable thing. But yeah, so that's what we're doing this weekend. And then Sunday we are doing something fun. We're doing some photo shoot stuff, me and you, my bestie. And then we're doing some paddle boarding in the afternoon with my kiddo. But what are you guys doing? What are you getting into?
Absolutely nothing.
Good for you.
I have a hot date night tonight with my husband, which I'm very excited
do you know where you're
about.
going?
Ooh. We are going to my new favorite place because they have true Maryland crab cakes.
Oh my God. You and these crab cakes. I've got to taste
I'm
them.
just saying.
Like the elitism.
It's a Maryland thing you wouldn't understand. We can talk about it over natty boat cans, picking crabs on the porch on a hot summer night, tucked underneath the Mason-Dixon line. It's a Maryland thing.
The elitism that lives in a Marylander about their crab cakes. Like, I need to see the proof of this. I have yet to have one, apparently,
You
and
should
I
come.
need to experience it. Not tonight, but thank you. I'm not going to interrupt your date. Because then
I mean,
your
he's
husband,
third wheel
he'd be the
our
third.
date
Yeah,
before.
but he'd be the third wheel.
Let's be serious.
Yeah, but he would be the third wheel, and I don't want to do that to him. He's trying to get busy with his lady. He doesn't want me there.
Actually, I invited him on the date today. It was prompted by my new dress that I felt a little sassy in.
It's
I know
really
it's
cute.
not very exciting. It's just like a black denim sleeveless
But you
dress
almost have
from
decolletage out. Almost.
I know, which is why I have a little bralette on
Almost.
so that I'm still, But anyway, I was in the feeling it this morning. I like took a shower and I
love
did
that.
all the things. I shaved, moisturized,
Whoa.
exfoliated. Like I had a
Shoot.
full on like hour shower, like
Prep
getting
session.
ready, prep session, doing all
Shoot.
the things. Then I put on this new dress that arrived in the mailbox yesterday, and I felt a little like, oh, she's kind of cute today. So I came down in the kitchen and gave him a little shoulder. What do you
A
call
little
this?
shimmy?
A little shimmy, and was like, "How you doing?"
And he was like, better now.
He was like, "I'm fine. How are you?"
I think there should be training for husbands.
He didn't get it. Yeah.
No, but like for husbands who are married to women who have grown up on romantic comedies and semi-romance novels, whatever it is you're reading. I'm just kidding. But who've grown up on this kind of content, they should have to go through a training class. Like, this is how you woo your woman.
Yes.
We need some big, like, we need some John Cusack by the window with the boombox moments.
Say anything.
Yes, we need like
we need
these
what's
big...
the lawnmower with Patrick Dempsey? Can't Buy Me Love.
Oh my God.
We need something.
How is he still so fine?
I don't know. But anyway, I was in the kitchen this morning, full on flirting, like throwing myself at my husband. And he was just sitting there eating his granola, like not even catching what
Not
I'm throwing
interested.
down. And Amelia was in the kitchen and was like, Dad.
When your kid has to tell your husband that you're flirting?
Correct.
Well,
Correct.
so let's talk about that. Let's assume that in an alternate universe, we
Okay.
weren't married and we had to go out and
Oh,
flirt.
Lord.
No, think about going out into the dating world right now
No, thank you.
as who you are,
Okay.
and you had to know how to flirt or get someone's attention. Would you know how to do it?
Yes.
Oh, good for you. Okay, good for you, girl.
Would I do it? No. I mean, I think there's some old standbys that still work no matter how old you are. No?
Well, you're so cute because you're assuming that I knew how to flirt ever. No, I'm just an awkward human. Like, flirting was never my thing.
That's okay. You have to own it.
No, I'm just saying, like, flirting is not my thing.
Oh, God.
I'm the kind of person, like, if I walked up to a really handsome person at a bar, first of all,
Yeah.
I'm very intimidated by really good looking people. And I don't mean intimidated like I feel less than. I'm just like, my brain and my mouth don't catch up. So it's like, hey, you drink
Pretty.
you me? Yeah. Pretty eyes, hair. Like,
I have always been a bit of a flirt, to be quite honest with you.
okay.
And I think working around men so long in my career has made me not intimidated by them, whether they're good looking or not, because you still have to ask for the order no matter how cute they are.
Yeah.
So I kind of have, I don't want to say no shame, because I also am like a rules girl. I don't know if that would apply this like day and age, but like when Mike was courting me, I drove him a little bit crazy because I was raised like girls never call boys. Have we talked about this before? So
I don't
like
know.
if he called and I wasn't home, I would never return the call because girls don't call boys.
Okay.
You know, like girls don't make the first move.
Correct, yeah.
Like, you know, he needs to be the dominant, like the chaser.
I think
like
our generation was mostly
to
raised
make
that
him,
way.
keep him interested by making it a chase.
Okay.
And
so much
that
skill.
was like the cat and the mouse kind of back and forth. Like give in a little and then you back it off, and give in and you back it off, like to keep him interested. Because men
Yeah.
are hunters, right?
Okay.
And if you don't give them something to hunt, they will get bored and go away.
This makes so much sense why no one ever wanted to date me, because I was always just like, oh, if I'm funny, then I'm relatable. But they always saw me as a friend, never as anything more than a friend.
Ah.
So now that makes sense. I didn't give him anything to hunt. I was the rodeo clown.
Oh my God. I still to this day will make him hunt for me. Like I know this morning was in the kitchen was not a good example, but still, yeah, I still keep it interesting. And I don't know why. Maybe in my own head, he was like, or he wishes like, would she please make it easy on me?
So what does that mean?
But
What does that mean,
no.
hunt for you? Like, what does that look like?
What does that look like
Yeah.
now?
Yeah, what does that look like? How do you make your husband hunt for you? What are you, an Easter egg? You go hide in the front yard and jump out?
We've talked about Naked Sunday. I mean, sometimes you just got to take it off to get it on.
But
You know what I'm saying?
that's not a hunt, though.
Is it not?
Are you the rabbit in the woods and he's the, okay, I got it. This is getting really weird. We're going to stop talking now about this. Yeah. My brain is going to go to dark places.
It's all in the eyes, Jenny
Erase
King.
that.
It's all in the eyes, Jenny King.
Ooh, speaking of eyes,
It's all in the eyes.
have you ever met people, like you see them and their eyes are so glorious that when they look at you, you have to look away because you feel like if they look too long, they're going to like kind of look into your soul. Have you ever experienced that?
I don't think so.
So I'll give you an example. Yesterday, I went to Dollar General. You know, I'm in my cooking era, so I was picking up a little accoutrement to cook the dinner I was making last night. This guy working at the register had those eyes. And he
Okay.
just kept looking at me. And it wasn't that he was like super attractive or it wasn't even like an attraction, physical attraction thing. It's just literally his eyes were so, they look like they were looking right through you. And it makes me so uncomfortable that I have to look away. I can't maintain eye contact. And I'm normally an eye contact person, as you are. But that kind of, it just, yeah, it's like,
Now we're making awkward eye contact with one another.
well, now we are.
We can't look away.
Hungry eyes.
That made it.
Exactly. Thank you. That's me in a nutshell. But yeah, so it was so weird. He kept trying to like stare at me and I was like, okay, thank you. Have a great day. Appreciate you. And I don't know. So you've never experienced that? You've never met somebody who like their eyes are so, but they're okay. Just me.
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, just me. We'll add that to the other
Sorry.
the big poster board of things that
Sorry.
are just applying to Jenny King. Got it. Okay. You have your own board. I mean, I'm not the
I
only one
want
with
to
the
help.
board.
I want to help you, support you in that, but I'm like, I don't know. But it's all about the eyes and the smile. Like that's all you need to flirt, eyes and smile. It's true.
That reminds me of.
We'll talk about more about that off air. I'll give you an example.
Okay, good. She's going to teach me to flirt, everyone. Should we do it? We should do a video teaching me how to flirt.
Oh
That would
my
be
God.
entirely
Head
awkward.
Girls in the Wild, how
Head
to
Girl.
flirt with your husband.
That'd be so embarrassing. Wait, please stop. Do you have a twitch? Is there something wrong? Are you having a seizure? That's how that conversation would go. But it reminds me of something that happened not too long ago. So Sophie's going to die if I tell this story, but I'm going to tell it anyway. So we went to California Dreaming, which is a local restaurant here.
Okay.
And we're walking out, and the hostess, just as you normally do, looks at her and goes, "Have a great night." Sophie turns around and goes, "You too," and then proceeds to make the worst face ever to her. Just, it's this weird face that she makes. It's like,
What is that, a smile?
no, it's just this goofy thing that she and her friends do. And so she did it to the server, and that lives rent free in her head. But I feel like if I was trying to flirt, that's who I would be. I would do some weird thing that I do that we only do in conversation. See some hot guy across the room, and I'd be like,
Hey, that might get his attention. You got to be you.
I don't know if that would work or not. But anyway, thank God I'm married, and I don't think I'll ever have to find out.
Let's hope not.
Hope not. I'd probably be single forever.
Maybe.
Honestly. Honestly, I don't know if I'd want to work that hard.
I think I don't know. It's like the thrill of the hunt. It's the game in me. It's like the salesperson in me. Like, can I close the deal? Like, I love a challenge. It doesn't mean I always want to win, but sometimes it's the game is fun.
I do too if it comes with money, not if it comes with responsibility and co-decision making.
Oh, heck no. I told you. Problem with commitment. We already talked about this.
So you just love them and leave them,
Maybe.
which is why we apparently have a
Maybe.
massive collection of rings. I still don't know about these rings, but we're going to check them out. Okay, good. So you would be a primo flirt and I would be the great wingman because I would entertain them and make it weird. And then you would seem really normal and exciting.
right.
Okay, there we go. Dream
Think
team.
so.
Dream team.
Hi. Have you met Robin? Hi.
Hi.
Have you met Jenny? She's a little scary. Don't leave me alone with her. It's okay. She's not dangerous.
I mean, I am absolutely dangerous. If they hurt you, I become really dangerous. Very dangerous.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Yeah, there was a great TikTok where this guy was like, "So you say if I hurt your best friend or don't hurt your best friend or you're going to do something," he's like, "What you going to do?" And then this girl comes on and she's like, "Well, the first thing I do is I drive 2 hours out of my general service area or whatever they call it, or general search area. Then I would dig an 8-foot hole, which I'd bury you in and put an animal on top of you. So if they came to find you, all they'd find is an animal carcass and think it was you." And she just goes on and on talking about how she'd put a needle with insulin under his tongue because it's not traceable. I mean, this girl has like a whole plan.
Oh,
and I'm
my
like,
Lord.
I'm like, buddy, don't hurt that girl's friend because she's coming for you and you're never going to be found. I know.
Sorry, I'm
But
not
it
gonna be
made
able
me-
to hold up my end of the bargain.
It
on
made me
that.
giggle. It made me giggle out loud because he was like, "What you gonna do?" And she's like, "Well, I'm glad you asked."
What are you watching that stuff comes up
No,
on
it's
your
like
feed?
it's like funny where people stitch other people's videos, and the girl was like, it's not anything that was on my FYP. It's just the random things that kind of pop up where people stitch other videos.
Okay, so let's talk about a couple things that we have tried or talked about in past episodes that I'm curious to see how you're feeling about.
Okay, let's do it.
So last time we talked about your obsession with Skinny Talk. Is that
Yes.
still a thing?
No. So I stopped watching it because I have an attention span problem. And once something is repetitive in my brain, I get bored with it. And I'm like, okay, it's very interesting. And now I've moved on. So it also never took hold in my brain.
I was going to ask you if it worked. Like,
No.
did it encourage you to make any healthier eating choices or exercise or no?
No.
Okay. How about the castor oil face? Do you remember that?
Oh, yes. I am still using castor oil. I do love it for my skin.
Really?
I do still love the castor oil. Yes. And I also like a cleansing oil instead of like a soapy face wash.
Okay.
It works better to get all your makeup off. And then you use a nice cleanser to get the
Okay.
gross oil off your face.
Fantastic.
Yes.
I'm trying to think what are some other things
First of
that
all,
you've talked
okay,
about.
memory.
How about the preparation H on the eyes?
I never
Did you
tried
do
it. I
that?
just wanted to do it. No.
But you didn't do that.
No, because my mom has been using, my mom's going to be 76 next month. And she has been using this face cream that comes from Northside Pharmacy, which is in Surfside, South Carolina. They are the only one who compounds it. And it has some version of Preparation H in it. And my mom doesn't look like she's going to be 76. Like she's been using that skincare, same one since she was in her 20s.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. And she's never had Botox, never had any
She does
facial,
look good.
facial enhancement surgeries. And so I'm pretty sure it would work. I'm just,
I like that.
how do you know which one to buy? So you're not just putting random stuff on your face. And I don't like her skincare because it's like greasy.
Yeah.
I don't enjoy it. So I won't use
Okay.
it. But no, so I have not tried the Preparation H.
Interesting. Okay. What are some other Jenny things that you've talked about trying? I'm going to see, like, was it time blocking with the calendar?
Oh, time blocking is going very well.
okay.
And we are living and dying by the calendar, except
Love.
for the few moments that we get it wrong.
That's okay.
Otherwise, it's going really well. Yeah. But other than that, time blocking is working.
Very nice.
Yeah. Why do you remember all of these things?
I don't know. It just came to my brain. You know, I have a terrible memory. So honestly, I don't know why I'm remembering these.
I
right
have
now.
no idea. That's the most random thing. And now I'm trying to think of things that we talked about that you were doing. And I'm like, I got nothing. Absolutely nothing.
I mean, I don't
have-
overpromise and underdeliver.
I have
I
to-
don't make commitments.
I have panties
Commitment
on.
phobe.
I wore underwear today.
Woohoo!
Yay. I mean, I always wear it. I'm just teasing, ladies. Not to give you a weird, I'm not a free baller.
Used to be
Or
recovering,
commando.
not anymore.
I'm not a commando girl.
Was it last night or this morning we started talking about that? You're like, oh, save it for the podcast. We started talking about
Oh, yeah.
how like self-care can be something as interesting as, hey, I bought new underwear for the first time in like 20 years.
Yeah, because I don't know why it is. And maybe it's just because we have daughters, we have children, so we have to buy things for them first.
Yeah.
And I'm rarely thinking about the things that I need or want.
Yeah.
And so when I look in my underwear drawer, it's like they're crying out for me, like, what? Because they're tattered and old. And
There's no elastic left.
I mean, there's elastic left, but she's hanging on for dear life. And there's a lot more to cover these days. You know what I'm saying? You're welcome, ladies.
Yeah, absolutely. Because ironically, last weekend, I just went and got some new underpants for the first time in way, way, way too long. And I was very excited because there was a buy 4, get 6 free sale at
This
the
is
Lane
this is who we
Bryant.
are now. Instead of being like, ooh, let's get the $20 panty at Victoria's Secret. Like, let's get the
No.
5 for 2.
The buy 4, get 6 free at the Lane
Coupon-
Bryant,
the
which I
coupon?
was very excited about. So, I mean, they're semi-nice quality.
Now, are you a bikini girl, a brief, a boy short, or a thong girl?
Full brief. I got a lot to pack in there.
I like big butts and I cannot lie.
My mom still thinks I wear thongs. And I'm like, Mom, that was when I was like 21 and I wore them for like a solid week. And it was like, absolutely not.
Yeah, I was never a thong girl.
I tried, but I,
tried.
just couldn't do it.
I couldn't. It was too, yeah.
And I'm not going to pretend like it's like, I don't care if you think it's cute. It's odd. It doesn't cover anything. What's the purpose? I don't need an intentionally given to myself yeast infection.
Yeah.
Because I want to wear lace up my bum. No, it's not a thing. We're not doing that.
We're not doing
That
that.
shit's not cute. I'm sorry.
But it's interesting. Like, at what age do you decide, okay, I don't have to pretend anymore? No more thongs. Like,
Well, I quit in my very early 20s. Like I was on to full coverage very
but
early.
I'm just wondering, like, are other women in their 40s and 50s still rocking them out? Or are they like, no, enough of this?
Women a lot cooler than me are probably still rocking them out and probably love them and they might think they're comfortable. But for me, I've just always been a comfort over
Same.
like sexiness girl, which is not exciting for my husband, but I mean, it is what it is.
He knew what he was getting into.
I mean, I don't wear a muumuu to bed yet, so we're still ahead of the game.
I bought my first muumuu.
Did you go with pockets?
I did.
Ooh.
I did.
Where'd you acquire this muumuu?
I got it from Amazon, where I get all the things. Because we were invited to a muumuus and mimosas party. And something happened, I can't remember, and I didn't actually make the party, unfortunately, but I had bought the muumuu from the Zon in preparation of attending this event.
Oh, okay.
And let me just tell you, she is comfortable.
Yeah, she's comfy.
Like, I kind of understand now why Mrs. Roper, like, she was onto something. It's like wearing your pajamas all day long.
Well, Mr. Roper was after it. Like, he was never not after Miss Roper. So she knew what she was doing. Okay. You know what I love is,
Tell me.
do you know, so you know we watch trash reality TV.
Oh, of course.
And Southern Charmed, which is
Yes.
filmed near us in Charleston, South Carolina, is one of my favorites.
Yes.
And they have Miss Patricia,
Yes.
who is so fabulous, and her caftans.
Yes.
I think we should be in our caftan era and just
Oh, I
live
love
in some
that.
fancy caftans because they're so fun.
I bet hers are very expensive.
Oh my God, I'm sure they're
They're
ridiculously
probably
expensive.
like stitched with, I don't know, silk. or
Gold
something.
thread and
yeah.
future air, probably.
Probably.
Probably. But no, they're so fun. And she always looks so regal. And I'm like, I just want to walk around my house so that I don't drink martinis, but just
Yes.
like with a Diet Coke in a martini glass, pretending like it's a martini in my caftan.
Okay, can we just say, I know this is strange because I don't know them IRL, but I am feeling way too sad about Craig and Paige breaking up for someone who has no relationship with either one of them. But it made me sad. You know, Craig from Southern Charm
Yes.
and Paige from Summer House.
Yes. And I like them both
Obsessed.
individually, but I didn't like them together.
Well, it's so funny you say that because now that all this stuff is coming out, I'm like, how could he? Like, crushed for her that he dimmed her light and she had to lose herself to be able to stay in a relationship. But obsessed with Paige, have always loved her spunkiness, her style. She is gorgeous.
Yeah, she's beautiful. And she's very
Oh my
funny. She has a
God.
podcast too, I think. Yeah.
She does,
Yeah.
which I'm obsessed with.
Yeah,
I
she's
just
so good.
started listening to this Giggly Squad, which I feel like could be us
If we were
maybe
20 years younger.
if we were younger and we
Mhm.
got our shit together. But love the banter between she and Hannah back and forth. Kind of reminds me of what we might be able to do if we got our shit together.
Okay. I love that.
But yeah, love them. They just wrote a book called, and it's about manifestation and
Okay. About
like-
going for the things.
yeah, about
Okay.
going for all the things.
Love it.
They did a little excerpt on the podcast. I listened to one of their episodes this morning. Anyway, here for all of it. Didn't realize how much I loved Paige and Hannah like until I started listening to the podcast, which I only listened to because of the Craig and the Paige breakup.
Well, I have two thoughts on this. So Craig, I'm not surprised that she had to dim her light because he was always let me be the main character. Like if there was a phrase to name who each of them are, that's who he was just like always let me be the main character. That was always his shtick.
Yeah.
Like it was never ever nobody else could be in the space and share the same air. It was always like the Craig story. But what I love about Paige and Hannah is there's so many people out in the world, especially when they get over the age of 40, women who are, excessively critical and cruel and just like, oh, I don't want advice from young people. I don't want to hear them talk about life. They don't know anything about life. And I'm so the opposite because I get so refreshed listening to people who haven't been beaten down by the things that life brings,
Yes.
marriage, women. And I'm like, because they remind you to refresh yourself and to remember that there's that piece of you left. And so I think they're brilliant because they don't have all that life weight yet. And they're still so young and fun and bubbly. And we were there once. And so it's nice to be reminded that girl still lives inside. So I find them incredibly relevant and funny. And I still like everything that they have to say. And I appreciate young people who put themselves out there. And we're not that old. So I'm saying young people like we're going into the senior home next week. But I appreciate them so much for being willing to just be bold and put it out there because it is inspiring for women like us who are in a different season in life.
And I am so, I don't know if this sounds weird to say, I'm so proud of her, but that she didn't settle because she could have married him. She probably could have had a reasonably decent life,
yeah.
right? And called it a day. Because, when you're in your early 30s, you're starting to think about, all my friends are getting married. They're having babies. Will I ever find the one? Whatever. But she was like, you know what? fuck that. I'm not settling. I deserve more.
Good for her.
And now she just went through the whole process of freezing her eggs so that she can preserve her fertility.
Oh, good for
That
her.
way she's not like forced to hurry up and get married so she can have a family, since that's always been her dream. So I love that.
I love that too. And I also think if we could give, and I don't want to speak for you, but I would say you probably feel the same way, that if we could give young women who are in that space any kind of advice, not that we have young listeners. I mean, our listeners are young. I didn't mean to say that you're not young. I just mean like in their 20s, like 20s, early 30s.
Sorry, can I squirrel moment for just a moment?
Winning at life.
I had someone out to our house a couple weeks ago to look at helping with some landscaping. And this man, so nice, so lovely, but he legit looked me in the face and told me he thought I looked 60 years old. Have we talked about this? Because it is still like having way too much real estate in my subconscious. And I was like joking back and forth with him, like, oh, I pretend to be 39 all the time. And I thought I was playing it pretty well. He's like, no, not at all. Like, he didn't let up. But he was like, I might give you 55. And I'm like, I am 53. Like, so upset to the point where last Saturday I made Jenny come with me and hold my hand while I got the Botox. Because
first of all, we don't ever let a man make us feel small. And you didn't get Botox because of him, because you just like Botox and it's fun. But that man clearly has glaucoma and no woman in his life. Let's be so for real.
So anyway, it has changed like my entire thing, where I'm like, okay, now it's all about the self-care.
You do not
like
look 60.
I'm doing. Thank you for saying
Not
so.
even close.
So the mini skirts are back out, the full face skincare routine every night, like the extended playlist, like it's all happening right now. The hair masks, like I'm doing all the things.
I mean,
right
taking
now.
care of yourself is always good. And I'm glad that he encouraged you to do
prompted
that.
us.
But not because my man is blind and can't see. Like did you tell him to go see an ophthalmologist?
I didn't. I just,
should have.
I didn't want to be rude. So I just kind of laughed it off. But I was like, damn, that hurt real deep.
You don't want to be rude?
Yeah.
He told you look 60 and you don't look anywhere close to 60.
You.
We passed rude a long time ago.
You. I mean, I'm about to celebrate the 15th anniversary of my 39th birthday this summer.
That is so exciting.
And yeah. So anyway, my goal right now is to actually like look like I might be able to pass for 39. Even my kids, Amelia's like, Mom, you may have to up that to the low 40s. I'm like, okay. We're
Well,
going
I
to
have
talk
a
about
hard
that
time.
in a
I have a
minute.
really hard time with age right now. Because like when we were kids, if somebody was in their 50s or 60s, you could tell, like you knew they were in their 50s or 60s. It was very evident.
Yeah, I
Now,
don't want to look like I'm that
I
old.
see people who are like in their 40s and I'm like, why does that dude look like he could be my dad? I mean, I'm not in my 20s. I'm not mentally in my 20s. I know I'm 43. But when I look at some people, I'm like, dude, you look like you could be my dad, and you give advice like you're my dad. Like, am I behind? I don't know. But anyway, so the advice, going back, because we squirreled. So shame on that dude. You're not allowed back for landscaping. You do not get the
I did
job.
not hire him, by
Do
the
not
way.
pass go.
I did
Do not
hire
collect
him.
$200, you moron.
So kudos to our girl Paige for realizing
Yeah,
they were
she's
not
way
equally
ahead.
yoked, and she
She's way
deserved better.
Go Paige.
Go Paige.
I know you don't know who we are,
You're
but go Paige.
gorgeous.
Get it, girls.
Love you.
And Hannah too. Great partner, great support.
Absolutely. Love that you found your bestie in life.
All right, ladies, we love you. It's been crazy as always. Thank you for going down the rabbit hole with us. We appreciate you more than you know.
I can't believe that much time has already passed. It feels like we just sat down. I love being with you. Love being with you, ladies. This
Same.
has been such a joy today. Thank you for spending time with us.
And stay sexy, you spicy bitches. We love you.
If you're into the spicy books, shout out to your friend Jenny over here. Because clearly we're not well yoked in that
And
part of our
please,
relationship.
please don't ask me for recommendations, because I don't want you to look at me differently after you read something I recommend. Okay, love you. Bye.
Hey Hype Squad, it's Mel. Have an idea for an upcoming show topic? Want to ask a question or comment on something crazy my mom or Aunt Jenny have said? Or do you just want to learn more about upcoming events? Visit us at hypegirl.us.